Hello, cinema peeps.
Oh, hello. Trying to hold back a yawn. I did it successfully. Yeah.
Man, I don't even know, what day, how many days we've been quarantined now. I've stopped counting.
Oh, there's a comic strip my mom showed me, and it, summed up how I was feeling.
Yeah.
It's called, I believe the comics are called Pearls Before Swine. And, yeah, but it's, this comic about, this character rat, and then there's a pig character. Most of them are animals. Sometimes there's a human who comes, but majority is between pig and rat. I think it was rat who was trying to ask pig. He was like, what is it? What, is it Monday, Wednesday, June? And pig's response was just, yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I even made that mistake this week or something, because I was talking about a week from Friday or something, and my mom's like, it's Monday. And I was like, what? I was like, is it Monday, Tuesday, June? What is it?
Yeah, no kidding. Oh man, I can't remember. One of my friends posted on Facebook. I don't know if you probably saw it. They posted that the next few months spell out the word Jason, and then it's Jason from Friday the 13th. It's a picture of him. It's get ready. In the next few months, spell out Jason. So if you thought we weren't fucked already. Dun, dun, dun.
Right? Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, from what I hear, things are getting better, but at the same time, according to my daddy, usually with things of this nature, we kind of had our first wave, but we're still gonna probably have a second wave.
Yeah.
So we still gotta be safe, still gotta be prepared for anything.
Let's not throw what's the word? Let's not throw common sense out the window.
Yes.
Let's everybody still be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Practice good hygiene, washing your hands, keeping distance. Don't spit on people.
Ew. What?
Well, I guess unintentionally.
Okay.
I even catch myself doing it too. If you're talking, sometimes you'll just notice a little bit of spit come flying out. And I've just been so much more conscientious of it now. I'm just oh, I'm so sorry.
I just call that being excited.
Right?
They're clearly very passionate about what they're talking about. That saliva is escaping through their mouth hole. But yeah, ew, don't do that, people. That is gross.
For real.
Honestly, maybe this is not a nice thing to say, but I'm just wondering what the next level's gonna bring,
Yeah.
Because it feels honestly I'm in that weird state of mind where could this get worse? And my brain's yeah, probably. Let's see.
Right? Literally this past weekend, it was 4 days in a row of hail and thunderstorms.
Oh, yes.
I was convinced it's the apocalypse. I've seen Supernatural. I know the signs.
It was actually really funny. So me and my friends got together last week on Wednesday. And we usually like to get together in June at least once, just to kind of hang out, maybe do a barbecue or a fire, but basically be outside.
Yeah.
And I swear to the heavens and the hell below me, every freaking time, it always is a torrential downpour, rain, hail, you name it. Like you said, the apocalypse is happening.
Oh my God.
Every time we try to get together. But this year, it actually was really nice weather. It was nice and sunny.
Yay!
Right? We hung out on the deck for hours into the night. I'm sure my neighbors hate us, but I'm sure they love us but hate us. For how long we were talking and how loud our volume was getting. As trying to be 6 feet apart and you're drinking and then you're I don't think they can hear me, so I'll scream my answer. And we're no.
Are you kidding? They were probably just jealous. They're can we join? We haven't been around anybody in months.
Right? But literally after that day, like you said, it's just been raining, hailing nonstop.
Yeah, we got a real dumping of hail yesterday. It was insane. And within maybe half hour at the max, it's just la 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 la, sunshine, blue sky. I'm what day is it? What time is it? Where am I? What year is it?
What's going on? Yeah, I feel that.
It was nuts.
What's my thought? I guess we can talk about it a little bit more now, but
yeah.
Just this past weekend, our film for our 40-hour film challenge was screened online at the Okotoks Film Festival.
Yay!
Now, this festival's only been around for about, this year was their 4th year, so they're still pretty new.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
What? Kendra. But, this is their first year doing it online, so, you know, a kind of a newish festival and having to, like, adapt to that. I think they did pretty well.
Yeah.
There was some technical difficulties throughout the weekend, but, like...
I think that was more weather related than anything.
Oh, Sunday for sure was for weather.
Yeah.
The first day, Thursday, there was a couple hiccups, but after that it seemed to kind of smooth out.
Nice.
But I also was giving them, like, a lot of benefit of the doubt because, like, this is their first time doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was gonna be like, ha! But it was really good. I tried because we actually, as part of submitting our film in, we got some free film passes to experience the festival. So I tried my darndest to watch everything the festival had.
You did way better than me. I really wanted to. Like I said, I got like a whole lot of assignments for work, so I was pretty much spending most of the weekend working.
Right, and I think if it was a different circumstances, I wouldn't have time to see everything.
Yeah.
You know, so I was just trying to be like, you know what, I have the time now, like, I'm just gonna try my best.
I'm interested to see, like, when she announced the two, like, winners from the actual festival itself. Like, those two movies look really good. Jim Button and the
train. Choo
thingy.
choo! Yeah.
Something about the train. And then the W on, like, that short film, that was really cool, too.
Yeah, I watched that one because it played the day before as part of their 7 o'clock short films.
Mm-hmm.
Funny enough, that train one, that was probably the only feature I didn't watch.
Oh, really?
It aired that day, Sunday, at 10 a.m., and I was like, nope. Me sleepy. Me sleep. I did get up early to watch the Ups and Downs one. That was at 11 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, that one looked good, too.
It was really funny. It was a little hard because, like, they had, like, really thick accents. And because, like, they'll have, like, different words that mean different things. So I had to kind of piece together what these words meant.
Oh, yeah.
Because they said crack a lot. And no, they don't mean crack cocaine. They just mean, like, having fun. But you just keep hearing it and you're like, what? It was really cute. And I'm sad because I was like, it should have won. But, you know, it's always hard when there's a lot of good, you know, pieces of work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sad you didn't. There was some afternoon shorts I think you would have really liked.
Yeah.
There was a couple that had, like, really solid twists, which was really impressive considering, like, they were only, like, you know, a couple minutes long to have, like, such really good twists. So I was like, damn, nice job, guys.
Nice.
And I watched, like I said, majority of the features. I didn't watch the train one. They had a German musical for Saturday night. But at that point, I had been watching their films from, like, 11 a.m. onwards. So I was a little tired. I was kind of like, I want to do something else. I felt like a bad film person, but I was like, I'm really tired.
Hey, you spent all morning watching movies? I think that's not a
Right?
bad thing.
Like I said, they had a lot of good shit. And I think maybe the advantage of it being online this year for them is they were able then to FaceTime. They could actually talk to all the filmmakers, or at least a good chunk of them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so after they, like, did a block of short films, they usually try to talk to at least, like, 4 or 5 of the directors of them. Mm-hmm. And they had questions, and people could submit questions. So I think in that sense, like, a really cool feature.
Nice, yeah.
To be fair, like I said, like, this is the first year we've competed, so I don't know if they have been doing stuff like this for a while, of questioning the filmmakers. But they also had a lot of international films come in, so then they were able to talk to people from Germany, Greece, what else, Switzerland, yeah, just a whole bunch of different places.
That's cool.
So it was really cool. I liked the idea of it. On the last note, though, it was really funny. My mom, for the 48-hour film challenge, there was, like, a couple different awards, and one was for best use of line. And my mom was pretty upset we didn't win, because she was like, I said that line. I think we should have won.
Right? I know, I thought of your mom instantly when they were, like, describing in detail, like, why, like, the whole requirements for the award of the best line and stuff like that. And in my head, I'm thinking, I thought we did pretty good on that. Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, Kaylee's mom, like... I was thinking about her the entire time.
She was very upset. So just remember that Okotoks Film Festival. Just you made my mom upset. How could you?
But I mean, if you don't follow us on social media, first of all, what are you doing?
What are
go
you
follow
doing?
us now. Yeah, if you didn't see, we actually I don't think we announced anything yet. So never mind. But still, go follow us. But we did not win an
Sad
award,
panda.
but we were contacted and told that we were a clear second for audience choice, which was very nice to hear. It was very
Very
pleasing.
nice, because I don't think they really had to do that.
Yeah.
Under any circumstances, so I think that was really nice of them.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, though, I think the one that beat us, I thought it was really good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's always hard when you're like, yeah, I lost. I was like, but that one was actually really good. Like, I don't know.
It was definitely really good. But my dad was like, it was good and all, but like, I mean, if you're judging a film based off of the concept of it being a film, I don't think it should count that she just like held a camera over a notepad and drew stuff, you know? I'm like, yeah, I get that. That's totally true. Because he's like, maybe I'm being biased and I'm not trying to be, but at least you guys, you took the time to like storyboard everything, and for like having done it all in 48 hours, like you filmed a lot. You set up scenes, you got actors, you had a whole story. It wasn't just like, oh, let me just like set my camera here and I'll just draw the rest of the time, right? So in that regard, my dad was like, I don't think that's fair, but I still think it was well deserved. I like the story of it. I thought it was cool.
And I agree.
Very creative.
And I get, like, I think I'd be more butthurt if it was like one for best cinematography. Then I'd be like, okay, WTF, what the fuck? That makes zero sense. But I guess that's the wonderful thing about film, is that it can be anything. You point a camera, you could do stop motion by hand in camera. One of my friends who does animation in BC, she was showing me like these drawings and paintings that she was doing. And again, that's just setting up the camera, looking down at her easel, and then she just, bit by bit drew and painted and put it all together. And it turns out really amazing.
Art is subjective, and what's the word I was looking for? It's about the creativity.
Yeah, that good old creativity.
Creativity and story.
I think that also makes it, hard sometimes. I don't know. I think we've been in this boat before where you're like, so like, for example, this Okotoks Film Festival, this film we made, it's our baby. And I think even though, we're happy how it turns out, it always hurts when we don't get awards. So you always have to kind of remind yourself that, like, you're doing it because... I try to remind myself I'm doing it because I want to make product that I'm proud of. Yeah. And something I want to show off to my friends and family. Yep. If I get an award, great. That is the cherry on top. But I definitely know in early days, it just hurts because you're just like, I put so much work into this. Why aren't I seeing the reward or this treat that I should be getting at the end of it?
I feel like, you start to compare your work to others and you're like, oh, well, what does mine have, or what did they have that mine didn't, kind of thing,
I mean, it's just because it's the nature of this field. Like, it's because it's such a creative field. And again, you can be super creative, but it's also, at the end of the day, judged by a couple different people who have their own interpretation of what they think is creative and hard work and all this jazz. I think it's just an important life lesson to learn in general.
Oh, for sure.
I think even, like, when I was growing up, like, I feel like we were told, like, hey, if you put in all the work, you will get a reward. Yeah. And I think it really should be like, hey, you should work hard towards something and be proud of it. And if you do get something, that's great, but it won't always be the case. Yep. And I think that's the thing.
Unless you've got all the money in the world
to buy
and then
all
you can
the
buy everybody's attention.
Right? Because, depending on, even if you're not doing film, I think we all have this mindset of like, hey, I've worked hard. Why don't I get this?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's kind of toxic.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Because then I feel like maybe you'll start slipping up and then you won't work as hard for something anymore. Because you're like, well, I clearly have. Like, come on.
Well, for sure. Like, look at social media nowadays, too, right? Like, everybody in the world pretty much suffers from imposter syndrome now just because they feel like they believed that they were passionate and loved what they did and put all the blood, sweat, and tears into it, but then they see other people and what they're doing and that they're, to them it seems they're working 10 times harder. And they've got the money to be able to do all these other great and amazing things, and they have this like fantastic result, and you're sitting here going, well, mine doesn't look like that, so I guess maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Yeah. And then you've got the people on social media too, like, no offense, there's some really great influencers out there, but there are some who it's just like, if you're not doing this, then you're not succeeding, and then you start to believe that, and you're like, okay, well, like, I guess I'm not cut out for it.
Guess I'm a failure.
Martin Scorsese basically said, like, you kind of have to find your own way to succeed, especially in the film business, but, like, in anything, really. Like, you shouldn't compare your journey to anybody else's, because you kind of have to find your own way, and that's what makes it unique, and that's what, gives you your story, and, yeah, like, because if we all tried to, get to the same end goal the same way, there wouldn't be unique people out there, or all these unique works of art and things like that, and, yeah.
Well said, Kendra. Well
Thanks.
said.
I felt very inspired by that.
I did too. I was like, wow.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go run a 5K now.
All right, I'm not that inspired. I don't know. I think I was just thinking because you just said social media. I think that also plays into it. Like when you post a picture and you get X amount of likes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, anytime I try to post something, because, like, your phone just starts exploding of being like, so-and-so commented or so-and-so. So I usually try to not even look at what I posted for, like, a day.
Yeah.
And then I'll come to it and be like, okay, cool. And then I'll walk away, because otherwise I am checking it constantly.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I find I'll even, like, check to see who, like, specifically liked it, just to be like, oh, the people that I know liked it. No, this person I don't know, but they look like they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You look specifically to see who liked it, not just how many people.
I just tend to look at, I'm like, faces, I want them numbers, baby.
But I guess that's why Instagram also, I don't know if it's, I guess it's still a thing, but, like, not too long ago, they decided to remove the actual, like, total number from your posts, and it just says, like, thousands, which to me still kind of doesn't seem like it makes it that much more effective, because, like, if somebody really had a problem with it and you saw thousands of people like this post, I'd be like, oh, well, hoity-toity for you, you know, like. But yeah, I get the intention, but I don't know if how they're doing it right now really makes a difference, so.
I can't remember. Because supposedly, actually, no, not supposedly, I know, here in Canada, we were actually the first to have that actually change happen to our Instagram.
Oh.
As far as I know, I don't know if the States actually have it yet, but I know for a while the States didn't have that. Like, we were one of the few, I guess, test groups. There must have been a couple other groups, but I can't think of it right now. But yeah, which is kind of interesting. Because really, I was trying to actually think about it. I think Facebook may have just come out when I was in late junior high, maybe, or middle of junior high.
Yeah, I think it would have been like grade 9 for me. I didn't get my own Facebook account until I was maybe end of grade 10.
Yeah, I think I got mine in high school too.
But I remember my parents had, like, I think end of grade 8, beginning of grade 9 or whatever, and I was begging them constantly, being like, I want a Facebook account, can I get a Facebook account? All my friends have a Facebook account. But we were cool. We had MSN before that, and MSN was fucking rad, man.
I remember MSN, and that's all you needed.
I still have I have it set as I can't remember who has it on my phone, but it's a ringtone on my phone now.
Oh, that's so
funny.
When
somebody texts me, it's like, doo-doo-doo.
That's hilarious. I wish I could remember. There was another one that one of my neighbor friends was playing. It was like a game, but it essentially was like, you know, like MSN, but you just had an avatar. It was something hotel, and it was all these like, what the fuck is it called?
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was like not Gizmo Hotel, but something with a.
It was like Habba Hotel or something like that.
I was gonna say Hobo, but yeah.
Do you remember Club Penguin?
I never actually did Club Penguin. I heard of the phenomenon, but I never ever did it.
Yeah, my sister and I definitely jumped on the Club Penguin bandwagon. It was fun. But yeah, that was another one that was kind of like MSN, but games and stuff.
Right.
Or like RuneScape.
Oh, I loved RuneScape.
We trolled people so hard on RuneScape.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
We have a flashback. There was these mean people. It was you.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Nah, I really liked RuneScape. I mean, the graphics weren't phenomenal. I think at the time it was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Got a deal. I think I also enjoyed it because almost like every person I knew played RuneScape. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, just nerds play it, or just like everybody had an account.
Yep.
And we go on a couple quests a couple times. I think it's still going on today, but I have no idea.
Yeah. Oh, what was that other one? Neopets.
Oh, yes. I played all them Neopets.
Yeah, Neopets was a good one.
So yeah, I liked playing the games. But it too had like weird like extra point systems to get different colored paintbrushes to color them. And I just liked playing the games. But I think you just get discouraged after a while because like, oh, I just made one doubloon or something. I don't know if I forget what the currency was. You know, one doubloon, but it really didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, a lot of my Neopets died because I forgot to feed them.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yikesies. It was a big commitment, and I failed. Man, there were so many weird internet gaming.
Oh god, yeah. Like even freaking like Barbie.com. And like all I can't remember, what was it? Addictinggames.com.
Yes.
Like literally that was all through high school, like right in the morning before like the announcements. We always had like a little bit of a gap. Just to like hang out and chat with everybody. So like me and my group of friends, we just go on the computers and just play like addicting games and just like all online games just for the 30-40 minutes before announcements.
I need to go back on maybe addicting games because I was thinking of this game recently. I think it was called Cheating or Cheater or something, and it was just like a little flash game where it was a top-down perspective, and your goal was to get to the one kid in class and cheat off his paper.
Oh, really?
And then there was a teacher who would obviously monitor and have like the little cone of vision, and if you got into that vision, you were dead, son.
Oh, interesting.
And I can't remember, because I didn't play the first or second one a whole lot, because they were pretty, I don't want to say pretty basic, but it was essentially just cheat off a person's paper, whereas the third one actually had like this growing story narrative.
Oh, yeah.
And it was crazy because it was just, like I said, it was a top-down perspective of stick people.
Mm-hmm.
But it had this whole thing where you had to break into the school at night to steal some papers.
What?
And it was, like, really cool.
Nice. That's like, yeah, there was one about stick figures, too, but it was like a sniper. It was like a sniper one, so you had to, like, target the right stick man. So you tell the difference between all the stick men. But then you had to, like, wait, because if somebody got in the way, you couldn't have any casualties or anything like that. You had to, like, get the one. Or there was Raft Wars, I think was another one, where you, like, threw bombs at the other person's raft. You had to, like, sink their boat. And then Bubble Shooter was like the really popular one between me and my friends. We always played Bubble Shooter.
Bubble Shooter. I also remember there was one about this ninja turn-based fighting style game.
Oh, yeah?
And you could, like, level up your ninja to, like, different classes of ninja and have different powers, and it was dope as hell.
Nice.
Just so many little dumb games like that, but I definitely remember spending way too much time on them.
Right?
But they were, like, real good.
Yeah, they were fun. That was how you passed the time.
Big news for me. I don't think anyone really gives a shit, but...
Exclusive!
Kaylee beat Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories.
Yay! Nice!
Or at least part 1. Now I have to start part 2, so we're gonna see how that goes. Speaking of, like, playing games for hours... Like, I've been playing this game. Trying to make it really quick and short explanation, you fight your enemies in a 3D space, but you're fighting them based on cards. Mm-hmm. So every time you press the X button, you're using up a card to attack that said person.
Oh, right. I remember you mentioning that, yeah.
And then you can stack cards and stuff. And basically, I found out through the internet that you can basically make these decks that just break the game, like, all together, and you just win all the time.
Oh, really?
And so, like, I made this deck, and I was like, yep, that's what you can do. And so
nice.
I was watching this YouTuber talk about this game, and he was like, yeah, so, like, I gave myself a handicap because, like, you can easily break the game by doing this. And I was like, yeah, I don't feel that way. I like this strategy. I'm going to destroy this said person. And it's great.
Nice.
But the point of the story I'm trying to make is that I remember, like, playing those Flash games and just pouring in hours, and, like, to me it didn't matter. Because I wanted to get better, and I just had so much fun. Whereas, like I enjoyed this game, but at the same time, I also don't feel like I have as much time anymore to be like, I want to craft things perfectly. I want to do things my way, because that's how I was. Mm-hmm. Honestly, like, I never wanted to look up a walkthrough because I thought that was cheating. Like, I would never go to the internet for any help. Like, it would just be me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just, like, this weird, pretentious, like, I'm not a true gamer if I do this. Or, like, whatever bullshit.
You just wanted to figure it out yourself.
Yeah. But now as I've gotten older, I care a lot less now. Like, me and my friends are all the same way, and now eventually we just cave so easily. We're like, yeah, I looked up a walkthrough.
I wonder if it's just more so that you just want to get on with the story and see what, like, happens. You just don't want to, like, spend hours and hours shuffling around trying to find the most impossible or the most obvious, like, thing, but you're just overthinking it. So you're like, no, I just want to, like, figure out how to do it so I can move on with the story.
Oh, I am so bad for that. I overthink it so much. I'm just like, I'm stuck here because I'm an idiot. But yeah, and I think, like you said, I also just want to progress. Yeah. Like I said, I can't remember which podcast, there's like 10 or 9 games. So, like, I gotta keep moving. Like, this whole month, a lot of game companies and, like, game developers are showing off new games that are coming out in the future, and it's a vicious cycle, man. Like, I buy so many games and I can't beat them all, but then there's more stuff, so I need to buy it, and then
that's how they get you.
Yep.
That is how they get you.
That's how they've got me by the balls. But, like, I love me my video games. I don't know how much you'll care about this, because I don't know. Do you have Spider-Man for the PS4?
I do not, but I have watched, like, kind of a bit of a trailer or people play it, like, a little bit. Like, I've just seen glimpses of it.
And it looks dope as hell.
It does. Did I tell you that I played the Iron Man VR game?
You did.
Yeah, that one's pretty sick.
And like I said, you should try out the Batman one. Also, because I'm just curious, because I played a little bit in a demo, so you'll have to tell me what the whole grasping story is, because I'd be interested.
Yes, there's that one, and then Bianca told me that there's one called Eagle Eye or something like that apparently is like super trippy too, so those are two that we're going to check out.
I think I heard of that one, actually. I think, yeah. Oh, sorry, sidetracked, but PlayStation released like all their new stuff for the PS5 and showing off like what it looks like and basically all the games that are coming out, which I think some are still gonna be ported to PS4. Like the new Assassin's Creed game, Valhalla, I think, is definitely coming to PS4 as well as PS5. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, but they did release like another kind of Spider-Man game. There's not a whole lot of details. There's just a cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
But it actually is based off of Miles Morales. And I'm actually super stoked. Considering like I had no idea who this man was until like Into the Spider-Verse came out, but now I'm just like, yes, I am all for this.
That's cool.
Because it was so great. I think that movie just revitalized the Spider-Man franchise. The Spider-Man franchise. I don't get me wrong. I think Tom Holland does a great job. But I remember watching, I think maybe you might share this, I don't know, maybe, the same experience, like watching Tobey Maguire the first time as Spider-Man. I think before then, I think it came out near the same time around X-Men, and like that was the first time I was just like, superheroes?
I know for me, like those, at least as far as I can recall, I'll probably later on be like, nope, that wasn't right, but for as far as I can recall, those were like the first exposures to like live action superheroes.
Yes, I think so.
Like other
for
than
me.
like the Power Rangers, but I don't know if you can really count that.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, but you know, like that was like first exposure to like cinematic live action superheroes, right? So we were like, wow.
Right?
To this day, Hero by Chad Kroeger is my favorite song. Sometimes I'll sing it. It's such a great song, goddammit. I don't care what people say about Nickelback.
Kendra, it's okay. We're from Alberta. It's actually a prerequisite that your first CD and first band that you like is Nickelback.
It's Nickelback, yeah.
Like, it's the starter kit. You cannot fight it.
It's the starter kit, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like, and I think watching Into Spider-Verse, I had like all those exact feelings come back again from watching the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man film.
Nice.
Just like this whole like, wow, and you were laughing and it was funny and it was just, ugh.
Yeah.
All this greatness. And I'm so
That's kind of how I feel about Smallville right now.
And then when you watch DC Legends of Tomorrow, you will have a new statement and you'll be like,
re-experience that feeling.
Yes. Yes. It'll be amazing.
One last thing I wanted to ask you before we wrap up, though.
Right.
Just to, like, you know, bring it back home to movies, because I know the last couple of podcasts, well, I think we've been doing pretty good. We've kind of mentioned movies here and there. We're kind of trying to keep it on the topic of movies.
We really haven't.
But my question to you is, because last time we checked in with you on your movie marathon with your family, you had finished the Star Wars franchise.
We did, yes.
So my question is to you, do you have a new marathon that you're starting yet?
I have almost convinced them to start the Marvel one. But as of right now, we're trying to finish, because before we started Star Wars, we were watching a bunch of Animal Planet docs for whatever reason. So we watched, I think I talked about it, we watched Night on Planet Earth, which is fantastic. I recommend.
My sister just watched that the other day too.
Hell yeah, it's fucking great.
Yeah.
And so right now we're watching Our Planet, which honestly I don't think is as good. This one's a hell of a lot more preachier. And then they kind of have the nerve at the end to be like, come to this website to give us money. So, no. But anyway, there's a lot of nice cinematography and just a lot of stuff that they captured is amazing. So I try to just look past it. I try to push it out of my head. And then there's like another bird doc we're going to watch. I think after that, I'm going to get them hooked onto the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
For Marvel?
I think so. I think we can do it.
Well, I mean, if you do, the new Black Widow movie will be coming out very soon.
Is it?
I don't know, like, how soon, but I feel like within the next few months. Because I know Wonder Woman's coming out, and then Black Widow is supposed to be coming out, because those were the two movies I read that they still wanted to keep showing in theaters. They weren't gonna like have them straight to streaming services for people.
Yeah.
I should know when the release date is, but I do not at this current moment. So if you get the chance, that'd be good timing, because then you'll have them all finished and then you can watch Black Widow.
All right, we're gonna flash the dates up. 3, 2, 1. Boom, there.
Woo.
Amazing. Good job. Good job, editor. I think it's me, so good job me. But anyways, that'll be our show for today.
Yeah, thanks so much to the Okotoks Film Festival for having us be part of the challenge and for screening our films. It was a very fun and enlightening experience.
Yes, not sponsored, but yes.
Yes, say thank you. And they worked really hard on that. And so hopefully we haven't decided yet officially, but hopefully we will be posting that to Cinema Gals, our YouTube channel, so everybody will be able to watch it. And yeah, go check it out. We really had fun making it.
We sure did.
Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. Have a great week. Enjoy the weather. Still be smart. Like I said, let's not throw caution to the wind. Be safe and smart and respect everybody else around you, because in the end, throughout this whole pandemic, it's not about you. It's about the people that you affect. Just make sure that you're being respectful of everybody else. And I'm going on a rant now, so just cut me off. Somebody quick. Where's the cane? Just take me off the stage.
Remember, wash your hands. All right. Goodbye.
Bye. Monkey. And slide.